What's good, y'all? Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm going to share some of my sales from this past weekend. I already dropped off some items that sold on Saturday because, as you guys know, I like to get those items out as soon as possible. But I'm going to show you guys what sold yesterday and today up to this point. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so first up we got a pair of linen pants from the brand Beard McNut. These are from Dillard's. I grabbed these up when they had that 90% off sale. I think I spent maybe $2 or $3 on these pants, maybe a little less than that. But linen pants is definitely what's selling right now, especially since it is summertime. So I'm just going to be shipping these out, probably first class, because these pants are pretty light, and I believe these sold for $25. The next few items are all coming from Dillard's when they had that 90% off sale. But here are some Seersucker pants, and once again, Seersucker is another fabric that I know a lot of people buy during the summertime, and I just had to wait until the summer got closer. And these pants I think were like $1.75, something like that, maybe $1.50 a pair. But I have a bunch of these in the inventory. A ton of these have sold, so I already made my money back, my initial investment. So at this point, a lot of it is just profit, and these I think sold for $20 or $25. But as usual, I'll put the screenshot up on there for you guys. But if you guys can find shorts, specifically brand new with tag shorts, I'm seeing that these are selling better than used. I'm not really selling a ton of used clothing anymore. Usually if I am selling any clothing, it is brand new with tags. Here's another pair of shorts going out, and these are from Armani Exchange, also from that Dillard's clearance sale. So I'm just going to make sure I peel off that original sticker, and I believe these were in a size 34, and these have also sold for $25. So all the shorts are really starting to sell now. I just knew it was a matter of time. That initial investment, at first it seemed kind of daunting because it was a ton of money that I dropped at first, but as soon as we got closer to the summer, a lot of these shorts are starting to sell, as you guys can see. So I always tell people, make sure you're kind of preparing ahead when it comes to the resale game. Right now is definitely a time to start preparing for fourth quarter. As you know, fourth quarter is huge for reselling, so now is probably the best time to start preparing for that. If you guys can find any really good deals, stock up on that, because you really never know. Next up, we got a pair of hiking pants from the brand Rohan, and this was my first time selling this brand. I actually picked these up from a thrift store out in California maybe 6 or 7 months ago. I had these in inventory for a very long time. Definitely not a quick sale at all. Originally had these listed for I think $30 or $35 because that's what the comps were showing, and these finally sold for only $20. So I'm not sure, maybe my size was bad, or who knows, maybe the brand isn't as popular as it used to be. But Rohan is definitely not a brand I would suggest you guys picking up. I still have a pair of these pants left in the inventory, so hopefully they do sell fast. And last but not least, in terms of clothing, we got a pair of these salmon color pants from Polo Ralph Lauren, and these were also from that Dillard's liquidation sale. So I'm just gonna rip off the original price tag, and I'll probably ship these out. Hopefully I can ship these out first class, but if not, I'll just ship them out in a priority envelope to save some money on shipping. Next up, we got Forza Motorsport 4 for the Xbox 360, and this was also a thrift store purchase. I got this for $4.99. Usually I get games for $1, maybe $1.99, but for some reason they priced this one up a little more expensive, and this one sold for $25. So I'm going to be shipping this one out today. As you guys know, games, whether they're brand new or used, are selling like crazy right now. Definitely depends on the game, but this game in particular has been selling really well for me. I think I had 4 or 5 copies, and I only have 1 left. So definitely be on the lookout for some of these video games, because even if they're old or slightly newer like this one, you can still get some good profit for them. Speaking of games, we got this Nintendo Gamecube memory card, and this one actually came in one of the Nintendo Wii's that I picked up from the thrift, and this one sold for $16. I believe it was $14.99. So yeah, it only sold for $15, but this one was practically free because it came with the Wii, and I already sold those Wii's, and I realized that these still demand a decent amount of profit on these, so I just sold this one separately. So I'm going to be shipping this one out first class today. So not a ton of profit, but practically all profit since it came with the Wii. And next up, we got these Maxwell cassette tapes, and these are all brand new and sealed, and these blank cassette tapes sell really well for me. I picked up 7 of these all together, and I allotted a bunch of 3 and a lot of 4. So the 4-pack already sold, and now the 3-pack just sold today for $25. When I had the 4-pack, that 4-pack sold for $30. So anytime I can find these for a good deal, I always pick them up. I believe these were 79 cents that day when I picked it up. So these sold within about maybe a week and a half to closer to to 2 weeks, but still a really good sale for me. Next, we got the last one of these broadband routers, and I had a bunch of these. I think I had 2 or 3 of these, and they all sold out at this point. And these were sitting in my death pile for maybe a year or more. I definitely wasn't excited to list these because I know they wasn't selling for much. At one point they were selling for a decent amount of money on Amazon, but now I'm restricted to selling this, so I just listed this one on eBay and it sold for $16.99. so if you guys got older electronics, I always say definitely want to list those on eBay because they might not sell for a ton of profit, but they usually will sell eventually, and I always tell you guys, small profits always add up. Next up, we got a pair of these baseball cleats, and I picked these up from Ross for only $16.99, and I usually don't pick up baseball cleats unless they're really discounted, but these were really dope in my opinion, and I seen the comps were close to about 60 bucks, so I purchased these and I listed them for 60 bucks as well, and they sold within about 2 weeks. So these are some really nice cleats, and I always tell you guys, outdoor sports is starting to come back, so a lot of kids are picking up football cleats and baseball cleats and soccer cleats as well. So if you can find some decent cleats and golf shoes as well, you definitely want to start picking those up. Next up, we got a pair of these James Hardens. I believe these are the volume 3s from Adidas, and these are really dope in my opinion. I actually used these shoes as an example when I made that video on how to photograph shoes for eBay and for Poshmark, and these sold within a couple of weeks after listing them. So this was a really quick sale, and I should be able to fit these in a padded flat rate envelope to save some money on shipping. Next up, we got a pair of these Puma California'S, and basically just a pair of Puma suedes. Really nice, really clean. I usually wouldn't have picked these up, but I found these in Ross and they were on clearance, I believe for $4.99. so I picked up 2 pairs, one in a size 8.5 and I believe the other one was in a size 6 or maybe a 7. That one was definitely a tougher size, but these sold really quickly for a decent amount of profit. So anytime I can find Pumas for a good deal, I'll always pick them up, but usually Pumas don't resell or resell for that much money unless it's like a collab or something special. So I'm not going to say definitely be on the lookout for these Pumas, but if you can find them for a good deal, you can definitely make some good profit. Next up, we got a pair of these Adidas Ultra Boosts, and I believe these are the 4.0s. These were in really good condition. They did have some minor yellowing on the Boost midsole, but after a few wears, the Boost midsole usually starts to get a little yellow, and these were in size 9 for women. So these sold for I think 50 bucks on eBay, and Dom actually was wearing these for a while, so she got a good amount of wears out of these, and I was still able to flip these for some good money. And I think when I picked these up from the thrift store initially, they were pretty yellowed and pretty dirty, but once we threw them in the washing machine, they cleaned up really nicely, and I think these were only 5 or 6 bucks from that thrift store, so still overall a really good deal. Next up, we got a pair of these Pure Boost Goals, and I grabbed a bunch of these from the Adidas outlet, and they are finally starting to sell. I was actually sitting on these for a very long time, so definitely not one of my better investments, but I'm so glad these are finally going. And I've seen a few of these in Ross as well, but since I had some of these brand new in the box, I decided to pass on those, and I got these cheaper than they were actually selling for in Ross. So if you guys see these in Ross, I think it might be a little too much money. I think they're asking maybe 40 or 50 bucks there, and these don't really sell for that much money. That's probably why they didn't sell as fast as I would have liked it to, but it is what it is. I'm just glad these are finally gone, and since these are brand new in the box, I'll be shipping this out via pirate ship. We got this pair of Vapor Max in a size 9.5. These are the Vapor Max 2019s in this like tropical twist colorway. These are really dope. I remember these were in Ross sitting for a very long time. There was actually a huge flood of these, but I think the flood has finally started to die down because I finally picked these up when Ross opened back up, and these were I think 30 or 40 bucks on clearance, and this pair sold for $115. So this was a really good flip. The first time when I was seeing these, they were selling for about 100 bucks, but since the flood is gone and now these are kind of limited at this point to find on eBay, I was able to demand a higher price point. So sometimes when it comes to picking up stuff from Ross, you just got to be patient until you can get your price, and sometimes you just got to wait until everybody else sells out of their pairs, and that way you can get your original asking price. And next up, we got a pair of these Converses in a size 14. I just picked these up from Ross the other day. Like I told you guys, size 14 isn't the best size, but surprisingly this one sold the next day after picking these up. So I don't know if I just priced them perfectly, maybe I priced them a little too cheap, but these sold for 85 bucks. So this is going to be going out via pirate ship because these are too heavy and too big to fit in a padded flat rate envelope. But overall, really good flip because these sold for 85, and I believe I picked these up for only $29.99. Alright y'all, that's all I got for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Hey, let's go. respecting the day, and so I can't complain. For all the times I pray carnivores don't come take. Cause it's poppin' up opportunists, I can't salute it. They raising red flags instead of raising solutions. I'm trying to do what's best for me. Okay, right hand's on the wall because it's destiny. First time my own, but right hand man ain't nothing left for me. I left him, see, you can't hold me back like elementary. What's meant for me